8, 2020. There's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far, running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
That good for 22 and a first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready?
Now Gino on first down. This is the tight end Fant. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down.
Check smash, check smash.
Now Gino. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. The Seahawks at 7-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Geno down to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the gun, here's Smith. They'll roll him out right. He's got his tight end Fant. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defense.
2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Throwing is Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
19 tight, 19 tight. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
back to throw now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Ready up.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first down, Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On the race.
On 4th down, Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw here. Right side to Watson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this is caught inside the 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. It's a quarterback sneak, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Smith on 1st down. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson, and that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The final shot here before break. Smith. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
60 bucks, 60 bucks.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Hustle, hustle.
They snap it to Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Warriors 70.
Here's Smith. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Marquise Bell. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Jones again, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratching their head. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
An inside give to Jones. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Now Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at them.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Now Geno. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break up.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Flush to his right, and Walker with it over the middle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Here we go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Let's go.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
19 tight. 19 tight. Street. Street.
Throwing is Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Here we go. Here we go.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Let's go now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Smith now to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Bush. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. That's to his running back, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Marquise Bell. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And into the end zone, it's a pick.